only way this channel's ever going to hit 100,000 subscribers. I might, like, if Caitlin Clark's injured, she's injured now, and it doesn't seem like people are really that interested in watching the rest of the WNBA. So, you know what? Like, Mick Talk Swift might be the new channel. I might have, like, I got Mick Hoops for NBA stuff, and we got Mick Talk Swift, where I just become a Taylor Swift stan channel. You know what? That might be a thing. That might have to go and be a thing. But,
The annual convergence of Taylor Swift and Caitlin Clark fandoms has created significant social media buzz once again. This phenomenon occurs when Swift releases new content, drawing her massive follower base into basketball conversations through Clark's public support and engagement. Recent social media activity shows Clark reposting Swift's album announcement with enthusiastic commentary, despite typically maintaining a limited social media presence. This rare online activity from the basketball star has reignited the passionate connection between Swift supporters and Clark enthusiasts.
I'm not going to listen to her butchering Enchanted badly. Butchering Enchanted badly.
Be in love with someone. Oh, I'm off.
Jesus. If it's referring to Clark lost me with all the GOAT nonsense. Jesus, we've got somebody randomly just putting GOAT, going complaining about Taylor Swift.
The Swift fanbase represents one of the most dedicated and influential groups in popular culture. Their ability to mobilize massive numbers for various causes and events has been demonstrated repeatedly across different platforms and venues. International concert tours regularly sell out enormous venues, with themed events continuing to draw substantial crowds even without the artist's direct involvement. Clark's genuine appreciation for Swift extends beyond casual fandom. Previous interviews revealed her prediction about Swift's relationship with Travis Kelce, demonstrating her investment in Swift's personal life. When asked about the couple's future, Clark confidently predicted marriage, showing her deep engagement with Swift's narrative.
Going, complaining about Taylor Swift post. That is, yeah, it is one of those funny things where it's like, Taylor Swift, you got to show up in Indiana. I will say it, Caitlin's not playing. I think if Caitlin had played the whole year, we probably would have seen Taylor Swift in Indiana. That's just my prediction. That we would have seen Taylor Swift in Indiana if
the intersection of these two fan bases creates unique opportunities for both sports and entertainment content. Clark's injury and absence from games has somewhat diminished general basketball interest, making the Swift connection potentially valuable for maintaining audience engagement during her recovery period. Swift's potential appearance at Indiana Fever games remains a topic of speculation. Given Clark's full season availability, such an appearance might have been more likely. The reciprocal nature of their public support suggests future collaborations or appearances could generate significant media attention.
If, like, she was playing and she's just not. I think eventually we will see Taylor Swift at a Fever game. Because why wouldn't she? Like, you know, she invited Caitlin Clark to go and watch a Chiefs game. And it broke the damn internet for a while. And I mean, the fact is that when it comes to the old Swifties, even as much as a tweet and a repost from Caitlin,
the relationship between these fan bases has created interesting dynamics with other celebrity followings. Recent developments involving Angel Reese and connections to Kelsey's previous relationships have added complexity to the social media landscape surrounding these fandoms. Competition exists between different celebrity fan bases regarding their influence on various voting processes and social media campaigns. K-pop followers and other music fandoms have demonstrated their ability to impact all-star selections and similar popularity contests, creating implicit challenges between different supporter groups. The global reach of Swift's influence cannot be understated. Her cultural impact extends far beyond music, affecting fashion, social causes, and now sports through her connection to various athletes and their careers. This influence has transformed how celebrity endorsements and casual support translate into measurable outcomes. Clark's authentic enthusiasm for Swift differentiates this relationship from manufactured celebrity collaborations. The basketball player's genuine fandom creates more compelling content than strategic partnerships designed purely for publicity purposes. The timing of Swift's album releases often coincides with increased attention across all her associated interests and relationships. This cyclical pattern provides predictable opportunities for content creators and sports organizations to capitalize on heightened engagement levels. Social media engagement around these intersections demonstrates the power of authentic celebrity relationships in driving audience interest. When public figures genuinely support each other's work, the resulting content resonates more strongly with both fan bases than forced promotional content. The basketball community has benefited from Swift's indirect involvement through her relationships and Clark's vocal support. This crossover appeal has introduced new audiences to women's basketball, though sustaining that interest requires continued compelling storylines and performances. International perspectives on this phenomenon vary, with different regions showing varying levels of engagement with both Swift's music and American basketball. The global nature of both fan bases creates opportunities for international expansion of basketball interest. Content creation around these topics requires balancing authentic appreciation with strategic audience development. The most successful approaches typically involve genuine engagement rather than purely opportunistic coverage of trending topics. The influence of these combined fan bases extends to broader discussions about women's sports promotion and celebrity endorsement strategies. Their demonstrated ability to drive engagement provides valuable case studies for future promotional campaigns and partnership development. Long-term sustainability of this cross-platform interest depends on continued authentic interactions between the celebrities involved. Forced or overly commercialized approaches typically result in audience fatigue and decreased engagement over time. The phenomenon illustrates broader trends in social media influence and celebrity culture. The ability of individual posts to generate widespread discussion demonstrates the concentrated power of certain public figures in shaping online conversation. Future developments in this relationship will likely depend on Clark's return to basketball and Swift's continued public activities. The intersection of their careers provides ongoing opportunities for content generation and audience engagement across multiple platforms and demographics. Sports analysis reveals concerning patterns when officiating inconsistencies compound coaching deficiencies. Recent basketball coverage demonstrates problematic officiating disparities between players receiving different treatment for identical situations. Paige Bueckers benefits from favorable whistle treatment, earning flagrant foul calls and bonus possessions when landing on opponents' feet. Meanwhile, Kelsey Mitchell receives standard common fouls for similar contact, with opposing teams retaining possession. This inconsistency creates competitive imbalance, affecting game outcomes. Sophie Cunningham defended Bueckers aggressively throughout the contest, applying pressure and fighting through screens effectively. Bueckers consistently pushed off Cunningham to create separation, lacking sufficient speed or quickness for clean offensive movement. Despite obvious pushing infractions by Bueckers, officials consistently penalized Cunningham instead. This represents unprecedented officiating bias where clear offensive fouls become defensive infractions. These officiating challenges combined with poor team preparation created insurmountable obstacles. Indiana managed only 15 first-quarter points and 13 third-quarter points, suggesting inadequate readiness. Dallas executed a 19-0 scoring run without any coaching adjustments or timeout calls, demonstrating questionable sideline management. Chloe Bibby deserves expanded playing time, potentially 15 to 20 minutes nightly or starting lineup consideration. Her confident three-point shooting provides instant offense regardless of defensive pressure. Sophie Cunningham continues delivering consistent production, while Kelsey Mitchell played adequately despite a critical late-game mental error. Indiana lost to Dallas 81-80 after trailing by 17 points maximum. Their comeback effort fell short due to early deficits in both first and third quarters. The team couldn't overcome slow starts despite competitive fourth-quarter performance. Video evidence confirms Bueckers repeatedly pushed off Cunningham while officials called fouls against the defender. Cunningham maintained proper defensive positioning with hands raised, yet received foul calls for Bueckers' offensive contact. This whistle treatment surpasses even established stars like Aja Wilson or Brianna Stewart in favorability. Indiana players receive minimal foul call protection despite aggressive defensive contact. Mitchell absorbs contact driving to the basket without calls, while Boston faces similar treatment in the paint. Cunningham gets fouled on offensive possessions without referee acknowledgement, whether shooting off the backboard, driving coast to coast, or posting up in traffic. The game's final possession highlighted coaching and player execution problems. Natasha Howard's habit of bringing rebounds coast to coast instead of passing to nearby guards created time management issues. This recurring pattern needed coaching correction earlier in the season. With 12 seconds remaining and Howard securing the rebound, proper strategy required either immediate timeout or quick ball movement to playmakers. Instead, Howard dribbled across half court, consuming 5 seconds before reaching Mitchell at the 7-second mark. This delay allowed Dallas defensive positioning and eliminated Indiana's transition advantage. Coaching decisions proved questionable throughout the sequence. 3 timeout opportunities existed: immediately after the rebound when Mitchell didn't receive the ball, at half court when time was wasting, or when defensive pressure intensified. Instead, timeout came with under 2 seconds remaining, forcing a desperation play. The final inbound play design featured Mitchell curling off screens directly toward the passer, creating a difficult fadeaway three-pointer that missed badly. Better coaching would have utilized earlier timeouts for superior play design and execution. Poor habits created this critical failure. Howard's coast-to-coast tendencies, uncorrected by coaching staff, emerged at the worst possible moment. Coaching responsibility includes eliminating such counterproductive patterns before